All right, so today we're going to answer a question, and the question is, what is the point of sharing? Why should you share? Why should you get online or do anything with your ideas? My perspective on this is kind of esoteric and philosophical, but this is it. The value of sharing is twofold. On one level, it's healthy to share just as an individual because that's how you refine your ideas. So right now, as I'm sharing with you, I'm refining my ideas and I'm thinking about what I think the value of sharing is. But even bigger than that, I would say that your life is a tiny, tiny node in a very, very large network. And there's so many little ripple effects that you're unaware of, both positive and negative. But whenever you share your story, you're giving somebody else a chance to kind of piggyback off of your subjective life experience. And there's never going to be a story like yours. You're the only one that can tell your story. Like that's not an idealized way of looking at the world. That's just the truth. You're the only one that knows how to tell your story. So going off of that kind of line of thinking, if you're this node in a network and your story is going to impact others to an exponential value that you can't really ascertain, then sharing is almost a responsibility of yours if you believe that in the progress of humanity. And even sharing things that aren't necessarily beneficial. So I would say that there's a lot of people, this is why I have so much trouble with policing people's speech, but there's a lot of people that think that some things shouldn't be shared or that some ideas shouldn't be able to have their say. And I fundamentally disagree with that. Even if I meet a racist guy in a bar and he has horrific ideas about, people from, I don't know, Asia or that's just some Asian country, and I sit back and listen to him, if I didn't have a chance to hear his thoughts and see kind of how fundamentally incorrect they were, then I wouldn't be able to expand my own worldview. So even being wrong about things is a valuable skill for you. Not even a valuable skill, but is valuable not only to you, but it's valuable to your community and the people that you share this with. So the idea isn't to share things because I want to be right and I want what I'm sharing to have some great impact and I want to, have my ego stroked because of how intelligent I am or whatever. I mean, a lot of times we share things because we want to have acceptance and we want people to like us. But even bigger than that, we want to share things because if it's inside of you and you're thinking it and it's coming from you organically, then there is somebody that is going to get value from it, even if it means arguing you down. Like if you don't share either, you can't really be corrected in any way. There's no way for you to correct yourself in life if you're not willing to share. The point of sharing, if I could sum it up, is you are a small node in this big network, and you'll never ever be able to quantify what your value can be, but you do have this one subjective story. And I can speak to this with a story actually of a video that I released probably a few months back now. It was on HOCD, and I was super fucking nervous to release this video because it was just a little bit embarrassing. Like I had these fears of like, what if somebody from my life like sees that I have this problem and asks me about it or something like that. But then I thought that's so dumb. Like, okay, well, what if they do? I'll be honest about it. What do I have to hide? Why would I be afraid of their reaction to who I actually am and the things that I actually go through? So, but nonetheless, since I've released that video and I had all this trepidation about it, it's been the most viewed video on my little channel, and I don't put a whole lot of, I put time and energy into these videos, but I don't obsess about it. I want to have a growing channel of what I would hope to be advice or insights that can help people either improve their own worldview, suffer a little bit less, whatever it is. But the point is that I shared it. And even though I haven't really received any negative comments on it, which is really surprising to me because I thought there would be like a lot of people that, I guess really the people that are watching the video are ones that are just kind of struggling. And anyways, all I'm saying here is that your story is bigger than you are.
You know, it's bigger than you are. So the point of sharing it is because you get clarification on who you are and where you're going and what the reality of you is, which is incredibly useful. And B, you give other people the chance to really see another human being. And when you do that, they'll judge you, certainly, but they'll also identify with you. And I would encourage you to share, because it gets you closer and closer to what is true. But that's only if you're sharing truthfully, not sharing what you think people want you to share, but sharing what you actually find to be true. So that's what I think the point of sharing is. High five.